an award ceremony. And my name is Amina Mohammed again. I'm not alone here in the anchor of this program. I have a very cerebral, erudite Dr. Nima Balogun. Dr. Nima, how are you? I hear the chairman has joined us now. We can now formally start.
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us here. It's the 6th Scholarship Award Ceremony for FAJIM Foundation. And we are happy that you are here with us. Together, we want to make changes in the lives of youth. Together, we want to support nation building. Together, we want to put Nigeria in the positive space in the world. Thank you.
Okay, so what we have here first is the national anthem. I wonder how many of us can read or recite the old or now new rebranded national anthem. I remember those days when we were in school, that was the national anthem. I love it better than the previous. So can we have that? Are we singing it, or we have somebody who is playing it for us? Is the technical playing for us, or we sing it?
We will sing it, and I'm projecting it.
Okay. Oh, interesting. So 1, 2, 3, let's go. Most people, old schools are here, so I'm sure we know it. This is how this is what we knew when we were growing up. 1, 2, 3, go.
Nigeria, we the crown
but oh God of
all creation, grant this our request.
Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed.
So
with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. Thank you so much. That's more or less a prayer on its own, you know. We thank God that that has been done. Dr. Nima, what's next?
It is for us. Thank you so much. May Nigeria be blessed. The next is for us to have the introduction. So, Sister Mina, I would want you to introduce the chairman of this occasion.
That's okay, fine. So I have here is somebody that is very much known to a lot of us. Alhaji Cerebral. And he has a lot of caps to his lot of feathers to his cap. He's the MD of a reputable accounting firm, the chairman Nigeria Economic Summit, immediate past president of NASFAT. It's a great pleasure to welcome. He will simply want to be known as Mr. Ni Yusuf. In fact, don't even put the Mr. He will say, just call me Ni Yusuf. The day I visited him in his office, everybody say Ni Yusuf. It's not the type that carries title on his head. So, chairman, it's a great pleasure to welcome you here, Mr. Ni Yusuf. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. And then we have our special guest of honor, Alhaji Senator Dr. Idiat Adebule. Is she here with us? A distinguished senator of Lagos State, Lagos West Senatorial District. And of course, beyond being the former secretary of the Lagos State government, she was also the former deputy governor of the state. I'm sure she's being represented. If she's not here with us, we expect her to join us. We also have Dr. Hakeem Onosoya, Director of Operations Tony Elumelu Foundation is our guest lecturer. You are most welcome to join us here. I'm sure that whatever you want to give us today, beyond the students that we're expecting to gain from your cerebral knowledge, even we, the adults, will have something to learn from you. Kindly acknowledge if you are on the platform, sir.
Yes, I am. Assalamu alaikum, man. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to everyone.
You are most welcome. Alaikum salam to barakatuh. We also have Chief Idowu Akinleye. He is the Olofin of Odofin and Mayegun of Iberekodu Igboora. He's our father of the day. Are you here with us, Saka?
I'm here, ma'am.
Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate the time you are spending with us.
Thank you.
We have Alhaji Sherifat Olubiro Abbas. She is Yeyoluwa of Iberekodo land. I'm sure that's your Olori, sir. She's our mother of the day, okay, because the names are familiar. I don't want to give her another husband. Apologies for that.
She's my colleague.
Okay, good. You are welcome, ma. Are you here on the platform?
No, I'll be representing her, but most likely
no problem.
Her husband might be joining us later on.
Okay.
They are both joining us from the US.
Okay, great. So finally, I have on the list of special guests, apart from those representing the Board of Trustees, I have Alhaji Adeniji Adeyemi. He is the MD and CEO of Starlink Global and Ideal Limited. He's our grand patron. We pray that God Almighty will continue to reward all you have done for this foundation. It's not small, but we know that as mighty as it is, God will more or less even triple it for you and make it serve as Sadaqatu Jariyah. Is he here with us on the platform, ma? I guess he will join us.
No.
Okay.
No,
okay,
he's receiving an honorary doctorate degree in the OAU today.
Wow.
That's his spirit.
All righty. Hello, Sister Amina. Are you there? Hello?
Jeez. Okay.
Sorry, I mistakenly muted myself. So sorry about that. I know where I yes, we're talking of can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay. So we're talking of the chairman, the grand patron. Beyond what he does for FAJIM, he's also a major contributor of the scholarship program at OAU on the platform of UNIFEMGA. I'm sure the chairman can attest to that. So we are welcome. But of course, the founders and the members of Board of Trustees, you really do not need much introduction. We have Alhaji Jamiu Abdulkareem here, who is the chairman of FAJIM Medicare Foundation. Sir, you are most welcome to the platform. We also have our own Prof, our dear Prof, the founder of the foundation, Professor Fatimah Abdulkareem. You are welcome. Dr. Nima, over to you for the next program.
All right, thank you very much. A very big thank you to our invited guests, the ones that are here and the ones that are unavoidably absent. We appreciate you all. Thank you for making this a reality. So we will be going to the welcome address by the Chairman, Board of Trustee, Alhaji Abdulkareem. Are you around, sir?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
All right, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us, and thank you for the support all over the years. I mean, it's one thing for us to be able to have women that have the dream. It's another thing for us to have companions who are husbands, who are family members, who support the dream. Thank you so much for being the greatest cheerleader for Professor Biade Abdulkareem. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much for the compliments. The chairman of the day, Mr. Ni Yusuf, the special guest of honor, distinguished Senator Idiat Adebule, our guest lecturer, Dr. Akim Onosanya, the father of the day, Double Chief Idowu Akileye, who has joined us from America, the mother of the day, also the Double Chief, Alhaji Sherifa Olubero Abbas, who is also based in America. And the two of them were our classmates in the secondary school.
Wow.
And our grandparent patron, Alhaji Adeniji Adeyemi, distinguished guests, award recipients, ladies and gentlemen, it is with deep gratitude and immense joy that I welcome you all to the 6th ceremony of the FAJIM Medicare Foundation. We are sincerely grateful to each of you. Your presence reflects a shared commitment to education, healthcare, mentorship, and community development, values that continue to guide and define our mission at FAJIM. This ceremony holds a special place in the heart of the foundation. It is more than an annual tradition. It is a gathering that brings to life the ideals upon which FAJIM was founded and strengthened by an incredible network of partners, friends, family, volunteers, and supporters who believe in uplifting communities through healthcare and educational support. Today's program is designed to inspire purposeful reflection and celebrate excellence. One of the key moments we look forward to is the guest lecture titled Lighting the Path for Others, Sustaining the Spirit of Giving and Mentorship. The theme captures the very essence of FAJIM: service, guidance, and the belief that each of us carries a responsibility to make the journey easier for those coming behind us. These principles continue to guide our long-term vision and shape the lives we touch. To our awardees, I extend my warmest congratulations. Your achievements represent promise, potential, and a brighter future we collectively hope to build. We are honored to support your journey. To our donors, partners, and tireless volunteers, thank you. Your dedication strengthens our resolve and makes this mission possible. Each contribution, whether through time, resources, or expertise, helps us to reach more people and deepen our impact. As we begin today's ceremony, I invite everyone to participate fully, celebrate the achievement before us, and reflect on how each of us giving and mentorship. May this gathering inspire us to continue lighting paths, supporting dreams, and building a healthier, more educated society. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to the FAJIM 6th Award Ceremony. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. That was really a concise one that also shows the spirit of co-creation and togetherness. Thank you so much, Alhaji Abdulkareem. Before we go on to the opening remarks by the chairman, let me quickly acknowledge the presence of my professor, because she taught me when I was in school, and a great support to FAJIM Foundation. It is no other person but Professor Banjo, a professor of morbid anatomy to pathology, and I mean, one of my lecturers at the College of Medicine, University of Lagos. University of Lagos, indeed and in truth. Professor Banjoma, if you're around, can you kindly just say hi?
Before she does that, I even meant, yes, I'm able Professor Banjo. Interestingly enough, I met her before I met Professor, yeah, she was Dr. then, Professor Abdulkareem. I know they are like Siamese twins. Anywhere they go together. So I'm not surprised that they are both on this foundation. Then keep up. I mean, it's an inspiration for some of us. I mean, it goes to show the level of relationship the beauty and all of that. They share a lot of things in common. You are most welcome. Thank you for supporting this foundation ab initio. We appreciate you. Who else is on the platform that we need to
hear? Monica, she's the treasurer of the foundation, you know.
Yes, so she's the one keeping all the money.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
You so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye. Yes, ma.
What do we need to recognize? Who else is here? Is Alhaji. What's his name?
Okay, maybe while we are waiting for that, I would go send a message to Professor Ibrahim to Professor Abdulkareem to ask if there are any other guests that we need to recognize. But while we're doing that, every other guest that is here, thank you so much. You are equally important. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for making this a day with us. We appreciate your presence. We appreciate your collaboration. We appreciate your support. Thank you so much. And if there is, without much ado, we would be calling the chairman. Okay, so I just got one now from Professor Abdulkareem. She did mention that we have Dr. Tunde Popola on the call. Dr. Tunde Popola, I first knew about him from University of Lagos Muslim alumni. He has been a great supporter, and I'm sure that for whatever activity that is in, he actually supports. He's one of the elderly people in Nigeria that people go to for motivation and, of course, professional transformation. Thank you so much, Dr. Tunde Popola, for joining the call.
And Dr. Nima, my job is on the line. If I do not acknowledge him, he's the chairman of my board of directors.
Oh my God, you are most welcome.
You can imagine. So you're most welcome to the call. I mean, you've been a friend of the family, a friend of the foundation. I recall you were the chairman of the lunch and the guest lecturer of the lunch then. It was really, that's when I got to know much about social capital and all of that. Your lectures, it resonates with me a lot. You are welcome to the platform, sir.
Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. Congratulations, FAJIM Foundation.
Yeah, welcome, sir. Okay. So, Prof, do we have the profile of the guest lecturer? Or before then, I think the chairman will have to give us his comments. Dr. Nima, over to you.
All right. Just before I call Mr. Ni Yusuf, I would also want to quickly acknowledge Otumba Toyin Banjo. Thank you so much, Otumba Toyin Banjo, for joining us on this call. We appreciate your presence. Now I am going to go over to call the chairman of the day, Mr. Ni Yusuf. I am proud to say that Mr. Ni Yusuf is my mentor, and we are also part of the National Economic Summit, Nigerian Economic Summit group together. If anybody knows Mr. Ni Yusuf, you know that when we're talking about national African agenda, global agenda, is somebody that has walked the talk. And who else is that person that should be the chairman of the day, if not him? Thank you so much, Mr. Ni, for joining us. Over to you and welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Balogun. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
And thank you so very much we thank God for the opportunity of today. We thank him for his blessings. We thank him for what he's using FAJIM Foundation to do. And we ask that Allah should continue to bless and guide us. Amen. First, let me say a big thank you to all our special guests. It's inspiring when the chairman of the trustees said that Double Chief Akinleye and Double Chief Alhaji Abbas not only are friends, but they've been secondary school colleagues, which speaks to a relationship of well over 40, 50 years. I will imagine. Since I left secondary school 40 years ago, so I'm sure theirs will be much more than that. So it's good to continue to have old friends. So thank you for the opportunity to inspire us today, because here we are meeting friends who've been together for well over 40 years, alhamdulillah. But I also would like to thank and welcome Dr. Tunde Popola, who is a mentor and an inspiration to many of us. And I see my brother is online, the guest speaker, Akim Onosoya. And of course, the two MCs are my sisters in the dean and friends, Noimat and Alhaji. Thank you also very much. I mean, the role of a chairman is it's really simple. It's just to generally welcome everyone and plead for us to support the foundation in every way we can, with our time, with our talent, and of course with our treasure. What Professor Fatimah Abdulkareem has done, in my view, is to leverage a few things that she has and that are also important to her. So if you look at the work of the foundation, there is focus on health, and we know Professor is a professor of medicine. There's a focus on scholarship on education, and we know she's a lecturer. There's a focus on community development, and we know how well she does, not only in Ibuora, in Oyo State, in the Southwest, and in Nigeria as a whole. So I think she has brought those three things that are important to her, those three attributes that she has, and she's put all three together in this foundation. And it's important. I mean, if you look at the country, Nigeria is a big, blessed country, but we need help. The federal government budget of 2024 is about 27.5 trillion naira. That's roughly $18 billion. And if you divide it by our 220 million people, that's less than $100 per head. So it just tells us that our budget is not enough. If you look at the federal education budget, about 2.18 trillion, that's less than $7 per capita. We are one of the top 10 oil-producing countries in the world, at a production volume of 1.5 million. It's less than 70. So even if we assume half of that is our margin, and half of that is not our margin, because we have one of the highest cost of production. But if we even assume half of that is margin that comes to us, that is less than 27 cents. Less than 27 cents per capita. So, it looks big, but in reality, we're a poor country. And that's why if you look at health outcomes, many people die from avoidable death. If you look at education, the Human Development Index, we are ranked 156 or 157 out of 180 plus countries. So it's clear that government alone cannot make the change. And the change that we want must come from individuals. And that's why when Professor called me, I said to her, yeah, I'm happy to accept, even though I have like 2 weddings and another, it's December period, another event today. But I said to her that anything that has to do with education, that has to do with health, that has to do with human development, I'm ready to lend my voice. So thank you, Professor Abdulkareem, for the opportunity given to me to be part of this. Your life of service is an inspiration to us, to many of us. I know you serve with Muswain, we both serve together on the board of Lemu Schools and a few other places. So the least we can do is just to encourage you. And so I'd like to encourage all our guests, all our donors, all our partners that, we should not just be complaining and pointing fingers at our political leaders. Each of us is a shepherd. And in our own little corner, we should make a difference. And the easiest way to make a difference is by supporting an existing and credible platform. The easiest way to make a difference is by helping to scale an existing and credible platform and by putting more fuel so that the engine can run. And so, today I would recommend that we all should actually support with our time, with our knowledge, and with our wealth, the work of this foundation and the work that Professor Abdulkareem and the board are all doing. And to the awardees, congratulations on being chosen and on being found worthy of the support of the foundation. And I pray that God will, in His mercies, grant you success in your education and your endeavors. But please take this as a debt and think through how you will pay back that debt. I know you don't have to pay the debt back to FAJIM Foundation, no. But think of how you pay back that debt to other persons who need help. And don't think that you are small, so you can't make a difference. If you have ever slept in a room with a mosquito, one small mosquito, its noise will not allow you to sleep. So it doesn't matter how small you are, you can make a difference. Doesn't matter how little you contribute. It could be by just offering tutorial classes to others who need it.
Is it just from me? I can't hear him again.
So you also think of ways you can elevate the work. Let me stop. Let me know. A call was coming in. So we all should think of ways we can contribute to support the work of the foundation. And so I'll be speaking with Doc. I will sponsor, maybe like five of the scholars as my own contribution, and we look forward to knowing more about the scholars, and I pray that God will continue to sustain the work of the foundation and elevate Professor Abdulkareem and family. Thank you for the opportunity, and let's enjoy today's award ceremony.
Thank you so very much. As usual, even your speech alone is also a lecture. A lot to take away from what you have told us. We appreciate you, and I'm sure God will appreciate you more. Jazakumullahu khairan, the way we say it at our balance. Yes, just a quick recognition. In fact, you have even said it all. Sometimes I wonder where Prof gets her strength. But I know that she much more relies on the strength from Almighty God. It's everywhere. Even us in the criterion, we have benefited immensely, apart from what she does in Igora, Ibadan, everywhere. There's no in her dictionary. Once she's invited, bam, she goes there. We pray God Almighty to reward her here and after. And the way she's putting smiles on a lot of people's faces, God will continue to put smile and make her affairs easy for her and her family. Now, just a quick recognition of a few more people. We have our daddy on the platform too. Alhaji Juma Alioluwafuyi, you are welcome, sir. Assalamu alaikum. We have Haja Bahama Egbeyemi on the platform. Dr. Nima recognized Otumba Toyin Banjo earlier on. That name sounds familiar. I hope that's not the husband of our professor. If you are welcome, sir. We also have Alhaji BT Rahman, and that family has contributed already to the platform. This is the name I was trying to remember earlier. Mr. Deji Adepoju of First Option, you are welcome. I also have my sister here from Algorithm Media, Adenike Ajani, you are welcome. It's not out of spite that we're missing you out, not mentioning your name. You are all very, very much welcome to this platform. It's an annual event, and this is another one, the 6th edition Scholarship and Award Ceremony of FAJIM Medicare Foundation. You are all welcome. Dr. Nima, how far?
All right, thank you so much. What else should we see? I think that Sisamina has, mentioned the fact that this particular organization continues to kind of like do it every year as a way of showing the other people, we as part of Nigerians, that it is possible. It starts with a thought and then making the action and looking for support system. So right now we are going to go to the next thing on the agenda, which will be the report. And as we can see here, Professor Abdulkareem has already shared our screen, and we can see what, we can see the slide for FAJIM Foundation. So we're going to give it to her now to be able to give us like a brief report of what has been done since the last 12 months. What are the activities? What changes have been made? What impacts have been made? There's no other person to be able to do this except the person who saw this thing herself and decided to make that change and got other people to work with her in that thing. So if there is nothing else, we would all listen to Professor Fatimah Abdulkareem now. She takes us through the report. Prof, are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, I am.
Yes, more like a scorecard. Go ahead, ma'am.
Yes,
thank you very much. Thank you, the chairman, my brother, the BOT chair, the special guest of honor, my dear sister Debule. I'm sure she will soon join us. The father of the day, the mother of the day, who, as mentioned earlier on by the chairman BOT, that they are old school classmates. Thank you. Other members of the BOT, our dear guests here present. Let me quickly go so that, because I know the chairman will soon leave, and I promise him, he promised me he would listen to our activity report before going. So I'm going to greet everyone later on. So let me go straight to the report. As you be aware, that FAJIM Medicare Foundation is a non-profit organization, and it is non-religious organization founded in 2018 to expand access to quality health care, strengthen preventive health education, and support the next generation of healthcare professionals, and is registered with CAC. We had a public launch in 2019. And our four core focus areas are free medical outreaches, preventive health education each time we go out and anywhere we find ourselves. And then we give scholarship to medical and health science students. We mentor them, and then we also partner with communities to provide healthcare. So the journey so far in the last 7 years has been reasonable impacts, with thousands of lives reached, underserved communities supported, and a growing network of healthcare professionals. You can see to the left here, this was the very first one that we had in Igora in 2019. And then several others. The one to top right is when we were in Ilasa, and top lower down was actually on my birthday in 2023, just few days after my dad died. We were in one church in Ajegunle to do free medical care. And so these are the numbers, which we know that they're not just statistics, with over 8,000 free screening, almost getting to 3,000 in numbers of people that we are giving free treatment, and 175 medical undergraduate scholarships as 2024. And we also support extramural lesson for secondary school students who want to go to preparing for WAEC and JAM, to encourage them to take up. There are actually science students that have been given extramural lesson by the Islamic Medical Association, the female Muslim doctors, and we support some students there. So how do we get our fund? Founders contribution. We have donations from all of you that are here, many of you that started with us from corporate organizations. We get zakat donations from individuals and corporate organizations. We get pro bono services. Look at all these to get Amina to be, or get Noima to be MC on an occasion. You know how much. But most of these we get pro bono, our account pro bono, and audited pro bono by AIO, and so on and so forth. We get legal services pro bono from friends and families. And so our medical outreaches, just to expand access to quality healthcare, we go to remote communities to, treat, to give free checkup, and those that we identify anything with them, we send to, we give them referral to go to hospitals. In most of the some bodies, this year alone, we have had 12 outreaches, and we have done over 1,700 screened, over 1,700 persons free, and treated about 910 free. We collaborate with communities, the specialist laboratory, the Criterion, co-development Forum Igora, Alamutu Family, Abeokuta, Glorious Islamic Center, the Association of Nigerian Broadcasters, Association of Medical Students, UNILAG, the Muslim Congress Ushodi, Olorutoki Mosque Ikosi, Amoni Estate Ikorodu, Irawo Wuro, CDA, and so Adalemo Community, and so on and so forth. We also partner with pharmaceutical companies, and this year we got mega care donation of hepatitis kits and some of drugs, as well as drugs from Phyllis Pharma that we were able to use to treat persons free. And then most of the time we do raise awareness through global health campaigns. Most of global health days that are popular, we target our community outreaches at these days, like World Cancer Day. We always commemorate, and we go to remote area to do outreaches. World Hypertension Day, World Diabetes Day, World Malaria Day, World Hepatitis Day. So it's either we give health information on social media, or we go to communities. Then since we started, we have these outlets in Igbora. And by the way, Igbora is my hometown, and you know that Igbora is the largest, globally recognized to be the largest producer of twins. So we have a wellness center, we call it FAJIM Wellness Center, which we open, and the aim is to screen people. So people come in there and they are screened for common ailments. We follow persons that are diabetic, hypertensive, we follow them up. They do their tests free, and if they have any abnormal readings, they are referred, and our nurse there follow them up. Once in a while, like this year, we had World Malaria Day, we had mosquito nets that distributed free to people around the Igbora. And then this, we have FAJIM Scholarship. Our scholarship program is not just about giving them money. We do other things for them, as you're going to see shortly. So far, we've had 175 awarded. And then this year, we're going to renew 27 of the old scholars. And then we are adding 17 new scholars and making 44 today. And then we have another special scholarship that is made possible by an anonymous donor who wants to give money to support medical students, and is supporting 2 of such medical students that are in UNILAG here, and is going to support them till they graduate, starting from their 200 level. And so the program that we have for the scholars today, once Professor Banjo click, they're going to receive 200,000 each. And then they are all on a group, on a WhatsApp group. And we usually have quarterly virtual mentorship session for them by experienced health professionals who take them on several topics. You can see some of the topics that we treated this year: time management, study, effective study habits, things that are even away from study. And then we encourage them to participate on our community programs, even those of them that are not around Lagos or, all the places. We encourage them that wherever they are, they must partake and they must show evidence. If they want their scholarship to be renewed the following year, they must show evidence that they are already giving back to the society. And then we also divide them into groups, and they're supposed to, each team is supposed to produce health tips every month for public awareness. So we've had 20 of them that have graduated and practicing in various parts of Nigeria. So some of them have even jackpot, or others are preparing to jackpot. We do follow them up, to know how they are faring. This year we've had 5 of the scholars, and you have them all in their beautiful photographs here. 4 of them from UI and 1 from Unilag. So these are the 2 special awardees of the special generous zakat donation from an anonymous benefactor. You have there Adi Damilari Jamiu and Abdulkareem Bolahon. Both of them are in 200 level. In fact, they are currently taking their professional exam currently. And the scholarship is to cover their tuition, their accommodation, and monthly stipend from now till they graduate. Congratulations to them, and thanks to our benefactor who does not want to be named. We started another thing this year, and that is FAJIM Internship and NYC program. So FAJIM is opening its door and because we know that there are several students now that are studying public health, one thing or the other, and they're looking for where to do internship. The very first beneficiary of this is Miss Favor Oluwarantimi from Babcock University that is studying public health. She participated in medical outreach this year and managed a mini health screening tent at the specialist laboratory. She also led the malaria sensitization program to students and pupils of the Lutz Muslim Community School in Idiaraba. You can see their pictures. In addition to giving them a talk and their teachers, we distributed malaria mosquito treated mosquito net to them. That's Favor there. So other activities, collaborate with AMSU, Association of Medical Students in Unilag here, and we've done that in the last 4 years. So we provide drugs for their outreach. And sometimes, like last year, I had time to be with them. This year, I wasn't able to be with them. But the usual thing, we provide them with drugs that they need for that. And I already mentioned the sponsored science students for extramural classes in Idiaraba. Yes, we are responsible. So we have a corporate responsibility, and we fulfill everything that any CAC registered organization is supposed to do. Our core values: professionalism, integrity, and empathy. And so we're registered. Our accounts is audited. And like I mentioned, AIO has audited our account pro bono from inception up to 2024, and we file our annual returns, and we usually give acknowledgements and appreciation letters to all our donors, because even the auditors, we ask for it, and we keep donors list consistently. And these are some of the certificates. So for January to December, you can see all our donors from Starling Global Ideal, the anonymous donor, Professor Simiat Elias, the Abdulkareem family, and so on and so forth. And we have started listing from December all the people that have donated from since we started this promo already. We have Alhaji Bishomi, Alhaji Musbaoye Feso, the anonymous donor, Pastor Edward Sunday Adetoro, who is also a classmate, Alhaji and Alhaja BT Rahman, who's a member of our family, the chief, double chief from multiple chief Sherifa Olubiro Abbas, Mr. Abdul Kudus Abdulaziz, and Pastor Iyolu Adegbemi, and many more that have come in that we're going to recognize as the program continues. So how can you support FAJIM so that hand in hand together we will continue what we've been doing? So you can sponsor your students. This year we're giving them 200,000, but we want to give more. Initially, what I told my board that because last year we gave 150. I said, because what they pay now, they pay maybe up to like 300 or so in Unilag, right? So we wanted to give at least like 250, but we can only do what we've got presently. So we're giving this year, but we want to give more in future. From next year, we want to increase it. So you can adopt the students, you can adopt or sponsor an outreach, and you can donate drugs or test kits, and you can give your zakat or sadaqah to us. We prepared the account of zakat donation. We prepare it differently, and we know the requirements, and we follow it very strictly too. So in appreciating all of you, and Frank says, no one has ever become poor by giving. In Proverbs 11:25, a generous person will prosper, and whoever refreshes others will be refreshed. And the Quran also says, the example of those who spend their wealth in the cause of Allah is like a grain that grows 7 years. And in every year is 100 grains. Allah multiplies the reward for whom He will spend. So I pray that God, all of you that have been supporting us and all that are joining us from today and subsequently, I pray that God Almighty will reward you and multiply your pause immensely and reward you both in this world and in the hereafter. As you're putting smile to the faces of other people's children, God will bring smiles to your faces and will make your children to excel as well. So I thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much. Our own professor of professors. In fact, there are 2 other generations of professors that have gone under you in spite of your modesty and humility. What a mouthful reports. In fact, I think by now we should be thinking of FAJIM alumni, those beneficiaries. I'm sure you have them already. They are also assisting in the various outreaches. I must commend your record-keeping prowess. I mean, the way you are able to reel out all of these things you have done. And then the number of things all over the Federation that you're doing. We thank you so much for you putting smiles on people's faces and adding value to a lot of organizations where you do your outreaches. Anything to say, Dr. Nima?
Sincerely, I mean, like you said, it was really nice listening to doing the presentation. And I mean, if anybody was fortunate enough to be taught by Prof. Prof taught me in my 300 level, and as she was just giving a lecture, I could just remember that time when she used to teach us gastrointestinal, the anatomy of it, where she would talk about the liver, and she would talk about the kidney, and I just felt that, okay, same voice, same Prof, but so many things have changed, and now it is the season of giving back, and I'm happy that she's able to fulfill this part of our, life journey, and she's not doing it alone. She's also getting other people who are equally geared towards changing lives to do this with her. At the end of the day, for every life that is changed, we're not just changing one person. That child could have turned the other way if not for this intervention. And so for all of the triple and multiple effects of teaching and training a child, I pray that the reward goes to every person who has contributed one way or the other to this foundation. Thank you once again, and may God bless you in abundance. Over.
Thank you. Can you imagine people are asking for Prof's report? Is this so cerebral? So it's trying what? No. As for our own FAJIM consumption, no. I think you can ask for the lecture later on. Prof, you have put together a beautiful report that is being asked for. I think we should just savor on the information that she presented. Thank you so much. We appreciate you immensely. What you do for humanity, what you do for us individually, and what you do for your community. Like you said, when you train a child, that child is not only relevant to himself, his family, and the community will benefit eventually. Thank you. We move on now. I think if we have the profile of the guest lecturer, Dr. Nima, I'm sure you won't mind taking reading it out. Let's know.
Please, okay. Miriam is already sharing it, and I'm going to read it out now. Thank you so much, Amina. I'm happy to read out the profile of Hakeem because Hakeem is a lot of things, and I'm happy that we were both in the University of Lagos together, and we were also together at the Ansarudeen Medical Committee. And I'm happy that we are here together again. And by the time I read out Hakeem's profile, we'll all agree that indeed the FAJIM Foundation found a suitable candidate to have this guest speaker series, this discussion. Now, who is Dr. Hakeem Anasaya? Dr. Hakeem Anasaya is the Director of Operations at the Tony Elumelu Foundation, where he leads the strategic and operational execution of the foundation's program, which are geared towards catalyzing the next generation of African entrepreneurs. Prior to that, he led the Lagos State Innovate Division of the Lagos State Employment Trust Fund, where he led the execution of the first ever Female Founders and Funders Program, which was an intervention to bridge the gender gap in the founders and funders ecosystem in Nigeria. He's a multiple award winner and was the recipient of the 2022 Ooni of Ife's Royal African Young Leadership Forum Award, the 2023 winner of the Future Award Prize for Governance, and the 2024 Africa Emerging Leaders Award. Upon graduation from the College of Medicine, University of Lagos as a dentist, he completed a Master's of Public Policy degree from the University of Oxford as an African Initiative for Governance scholar. At the university, he was the Vice President of the University of Oxford African Society. He's also an alumnus of the Harvard Kennedy School of Government. You would agree with me that this is somebody who has been able to build his capacity in Nigeria, across Africa, and now I dare say in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Dr. Hakeem Anasaya, the guest speaker of today. Hakeem, over.
Okay.
Wow, what an intimidating citation. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Dr. Naima Balogun. It's. I think I'll start. Is the honor. It's an honor from my end for me to hear you read the profile, and thank you very much for also being a guide all these years. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I will start with acknowledging the founder of FAJIM Medicare Foundation, Professor Abdulkareem. You know, when I when I received the call in my head, I asked myself, I did this I failed pathology. I remember that I passed it. My transcript said I passed it. Then when she said, "Oh, I'm inviting to a foundation event," I said, "Thank God, I'm not going back to write another exam." And thank you very much, Ma, for all you've done and all you will continue to do. I pray that Almighty Allah give you the strength, give you the wisdom and the resources to keep doing more. Also, sincere appreciation to the donors, the volunteers, our esteemed guests, and most importantly, our very amazing and bright FAJIM scholars. It's an incredible honor to stand or to be here before you today. Despite my busy schedule, I'm on my way to Otta. But when your professor calls, the only excuse you can give is to be 2 minutes late. So I said I would ensure that I incorporate this into my schedule. I had to beg my friend to please drive so that I would have to be with my phone and take this speech. Today's topic, lightening the path for others, is not just a theme. It's not just a topic. It is my story. Because as I look at all the scholars here, I see myself. I see the 2019 version of me sitting quietly, working in the Jamiu and knowing that I am capable of more, but also acknowledging the fact that I did not have the resources. I remember telling myself when I was leaving medical school in 2015 that I would do my master's abroad, but I would not pay for it. To myself, I'm sure I laughed when I said it, which is 10 years ago today. But 4 years after, in 2019, I would then go abroad to the University of Oxford for my master's in public policy and governance, and I did not pay a dime for it. At that point, it was, even if I doubted myself, even if I thought my goals were lofty, even if I thought wishes clearly were looking like horses, somebody saw me, somebody believed in me, and somebody invested in me. In 2018, I applied for the FAJIM Medicare Foundation Scholarship. If I look back to the numbers, a total of 14,106 young people like myself applied from Nigeria and Ghana. Out of that 14,106, only 5 of us were finally selected to not only study at the University of Oxford, but on a full scholarship. You know, I remember the penultimate stage. I walked into that was when we were now 20. I walked into that room, and when I saw the others, when you grow up in the trenches and Sakma has dealt with you, when I saw people there, they were like, when you watch TV and you see bankers wearing tie and suits, those are people that I was in the room with. And I told myself, I said, if this is the last stage of my scholarship journey, I made it in life. For me to be in the room with someone that I can see myself in his shoes. When you see those Instagram suits and you're like, so these Instagram suits are real, people are wearing them. See these nice shoes that I take the picture to my shoemaker to make the dummy version. At that point, I told myself, if that was the end of my journey, then clearly there is something. But afterwards, I remember vividly, I was at work when that email came that I had been shortlisted, and it was a congratulatory email that I would then go ahead to study for the Masters of Public Policy in September 2019 at the world's best university, the University of Oxford. The acknowledgement, the joy, it wasn't just that it was Oxford alone. It was that somebody had put down £65,000 for me to go to school. If I convert that to Naira, that is about 130 million Naira. Well, interestingly, on that journey, I got the Oxford admission first. So when my father asked me, how far? I said, the admission, email, scholarship. He said, see how much is everything? I said, well, cost and everything is about £65,000. He said, and he said, I'm on. Because he knew that if I sold myself, I sold him, sold my mother, sold my father, sold everybody in the family, I still could not afford it. But someone believed in me, and someone said, your dreams matter, your potentials matter, and that person bets on me. So that scholarship wasn't just financial support. It was a validation. It was a faith in my future. It was a badge of honor that I carry to this day. And it's planted in me a lifelong responsibility to become a light for others, the way someone was a light for me. Which is why today I feel deeply emotional, because I know exactly what this moment means for every scholar that is here. But before I speak to the scholars, to the founders, to the donors and partners of FAJIM Medicare Foundation, thank you. This thank you is not a casual thank you. It's a thank you with the deepest gratitude that I can find and I can express. Because I live and to generations. Your generosity is not charity. Your generosity is nation building. Your generosity is rewriting the stories of people. Your generosity is restoring dignity. And your generosity is creating futures. Look at what you've built. 8,500 free health screenings, 2,953 medical treatments, over 175 scholarships awarded, and 40 plus new scholar journey this year. Please note, these are not just numbers. These are lives changed forever. These are dreams that are now being realized. And these are communities that have been uplifted for life. I stand here on behalf of all the scholarship presidents today and tomorrow, not just my own story, but for the many stories untold. And I'm here on their behalf to say, please continue to do more. Please continue to give more. And most importantly, continue to believe. The investments today are not just changing lives, they are shaping the future of our nation. To the scholars, most importantly, my brothers and sisters, my colleagues, and the hope of our dear nation. I see myself in you. I know the excitement, the hope, and also the fear that you feel, because I felt the same. A scholarship is not just a gift. And like the chairman said, it's almost a burden. And I dare say it's also a calling. It is a mandate to rise. It's a responsibility to prove that the faith and the resources that have been placed in your hands today are clearly not misplaced. Because I know that there were a short list of people before it got to you. So you have that responsibility to prove them right. And how do you do it? One, by pursuing excellence. From today, yes, you were excellent for you to have been here, but that excellence is just the beginning. The most important way to honor these gifts is by ensuring that you exhibit professionalism, is by ensuring that you exhibit discipline and integrity worthy of every opportunity. When you step into that clinic, when you step into that gathering, when you wear that coat, and when you save lives, let it reflect the investment that FAJIM has made in you. Let people see you and ask, are you a FAJIM scholar? And when you say, why do you ask? And they say, the way you do your things is just different. Something must break you. You must be the best. Not only because people's lives depend on you, but the only way that the donors of the foundation, the only way that the founders of the foundation can have that belief that what they are doing is right is by you being the best. Because there are 1,001 things they could have used that resources to do. There are 1,000,001 things they could have bought with that money, but they decided to invest in you. They decided to give it to people that don't even know, because I'm sure they don't even know who you are. All the person they know is Professor Abdulkareem, and they trust that one day the person that's going to receive this donation or this scholarship is going to go ahead and change the world. One of the happiest moments post scholarship was when I received the Future Awards Prize for Governance. And guess who was in the front seat while I was giving my acceptance speech? It was Mokwe himself, the person that sent me to school. And the first thing I did when I came up that stage was to give the award to him to say thank you. Because 5 years before then, I was in school studying for a public policy and governance master's. And today I'm collecting an award in governance thanks to you. I can't pay FAJIM 65,000 pounds back. Where would I find it? But my only duty to him is to ensure that I be the best wherever I am. And I say to you scholars today, unfortunately, you don't have a choice. As soon as you accepted it, you've taken on that burden of being the best and nothing but the best. The second way in which you can become a light for others. Someone has lighted your touch. It is a burden on you to ensure that you light as many as possible. Yes, you may not have the money to give our people scholarships, but you must help others. You must mentor a junior colleague, guide a classmate, share your wisdom, be the person that saves someone from months of struggles or years of doubt. In medical school, it can be depressing. It can be, you might ask, back in 200 level, preparation for our first pros. There are a lot of study groups. So I mistakenly went to a study group and they were talking, do you know this? And that told me, I had to ask my friend, were we taught all of these things? Person said, yes. Need December. At a point, I called my girlfriend and said, how do I pay one medical school? You don't shit in me. Because if all the things I'm hearing a month to exam, I've never heard it before, and you're going for the same exam with these guys. But be that person that I needed at that point. Someone that will say, Akim, I worry. I saw it be. Come, read this part. You still have time. So you have that added responsibility and burden to ensure that you light the path for others. From when I was in school back in 2019, 2020, I wrote an article on LinkedIn telling the world about how I got my scholarship, the different stages. Till today, 5 years after, I still get notifications on LinkedIn. People like that post and comment on it. From 2020 till today, I have helped around 7 people get admission into Oxford and get scholarship into the University of Oxford at different points. Majority of them I have never met. All I did with them was a phone call, was reviewing their essays. Why? Because one of the previous scholars AI all through the journey, from how to write my essays to what kind of college I should apply for, to how I even dealt with IELTS, he was there. So just like me, I hope that you will take it as a responsibility to keep paying it forward at every point. To know that until you have that money to pay for another person's tuition, to pay for another person's living expenses, all you can do is to make life easy for the next person. I'm here today because someone invested in me, and I want every one of you to be that someone for another person tomorrow. This is how legacies are sustained. This is how nations are built. And this is how the spirit of giving continues. So our donors, once again, Eshewugoni, thank you for being the original light. Your faith is changing the lives of every scholar, not only those on this call, but those to come. So the scholars walk with pride. That is the beauty of being a scholar, is that it helps when you don't know the importance until you go into the labor market. Post scholarship, I have worked with 3 top Nigerian bankers. I was funded by a banker, FAJIM. I've worked with Bola Adesola, chairman of Eco Bank. I'm working today with Mr. Tony Elumelu of UBA Bank. And both of them, all they need to see on my CV is that, FAJIM that we know, that does not joke with his money, gave you 65,000 pounds to go to school. That's what I want to ask you again. You clearly have sense. That is what you're going to benefit going forward. Because everybody that sees you say, wait, FAJIM, Prof. Nah, that is nothing I'm asking you again. If Prof has certified you to receive her money and other people's money, then what else? To carry this scholarship like a badge of honor that it is. And when that moment of success comes, remember who believed in you. Share your wins with the foundation. Because those are the things that are going to the foundation's reports to its donors. Let them, no matter how small the win is, every year do a note of appreciation to the foundation. Sometimes you might say, I put all of this money together, how much is it? But the question becomes, if you had it, you would have applied. And like I said, become the reason someone else's rises. Clearly, help other people. Let that light continue to shine because you carry that torch with so much confidence and gratitude. And you will give, even if it is 1 minute of your time, to solve the problem of somebody else. To everyone, let us commit to sustaining this cycle of giving, of excellence, and ultimately of service. Together, we can ensure that access to quality healthcare, access to quality and affordable education is not a privilege, but it is a right for everyone and everywhere they might be. Once again, let us all be the light. Let us continue to light the path for others. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. And once again to Prof, thank you for the opportunity to share my story. And I would engage with you after this meeting to give my token to support more scholars. Thank you very much.
Wow, wow, wow. This is more of an admonition overloaded or reloaded. Thank you so very much. Dr. Nima, what do you think? I mean, you have known this guy for quite a while. You schooled together according to what you said. What's your take?
You know, it's, I don't even, I think the first thing that we did was me telling, I mean, Hakeem is like a big brother to my teenage sons. And when he wanted to start this discussion, I made them sit beside me to listen to him again. Because, I mean, sometimes it's just easy for you to say a lot of things to your children, but then the see finish is there. But then when they hear the story from another person and when they hear the journey, they realize that, okay, this thing is not like, if you're talking of Barack Obama, he's far off. We've not met him. We do not know him like that. But then when we talk of, you know, Hakeem Onosanya, we went to Unilag together. It's closer home. And then it becomes a proof of what is possible to the younger ones to say, if he could do it, then a number of other people like me, I can also do it. So Hakeem, I want to say a very big thank you to you. Congratulations on your journey. And trust me, the best is yet to come. You've started this journey. It can only get better. We are proud of you. We'll continue to be proud of you. And I'm sure that the scholars also are beginning to think that in the next 5 years, they would also come to be the guest speaker, talking about their journey as a FAJIM scholar and how the changes have happened over the years. Congratulations once again, and congratulations to FAJIM Foundation. But before I give it back to Sister Amina, let me quickly acknowledge the presence of some of our mothers here and our fathers. We have Mr. Fatai Bodure. Thank you so much for joining the call, sir. We appreciate you. We also have Surveyor Eso Abiodun Onuropo, FNIS. Thank you so much for coming in, sir. We appreciate you. And we also have Mrs. Esther Adesoya, the sister to Professor Fatimah Abdulkareem. Thank you so much, ma, for joining. We say Ajobi Agbeyu. Sister Amina, over to you, ma.
Thank you. The acknowledgement continues, and we have the very first chairman when we did our lunch. Then at what's it called now? The hospital, the hospital that is a referral hospital where Prof works. I mean, we use the hall there, and our daddy, our father, our mentor, who is never tired of lending a voice, was the chairman at the occasion. I'm talking of no other person other than Alhaji Rafiu Adisayebit. He's here with us. Thank you so much. I thought you said you won't have the time, but it's the love that has brought you here today. Thank you for what you do for us and what you are still yet to do. We appreciate you. We have Mr. Ademola Bolarinde, the president of Prof. Fatih's old school, Iguara High School, Old Students Association, 81 said, so at the same year. All right. And then we have Haja Fausat Bangoshe is also here with us. And now my own very, very able Amira, Hajia Mariam Saba, or Renike Saba. Thank you very much for joining us. I have my chairman's first lady here with me, Hajia Mariam Pokuola. Thank you very much for joining. We also have Pastor Lusonya Adekboju. He's also a brother to our founder. Thank you very, very much, everybody on the platform, staying with us from the beginning till now. Today is extremely very busy for everybody.
Please, can
at
I
a point, at a point, Dr. Nima, I'm sure I have to jump out, jackpot from this platform and leave you alone to run, because a lot of people are waiting for me. I appreciate everybody that is here. So what's next? We are doing very well with time.
Mrs. Ganiat Adepoju and Mrs. Tokpa Remo and her husband, the families of Professor Fatimah Abdulkareem. Thank you so much for joining us also. And so without much ado, we're going to move to the next thing on the agenda, which will be the presentation of awards by Professor Banjo, the cheerleader and a part and parcel of this foundation ever since its inception. Thank you so much, Prof, once again. And over to you, Ma, if you're ready.
Right. Good morning once again, everyone. And thank you very much for attending this ceremony. I really want to appreciate Dr. Akim for his brilliant presentation. I took a lot of lessons from it, and also from the speech of the chairman of the day. Thank you. So my job is just to quickly go through how we go about the award selection process, and also to make a presentation to the scholarship awardees. The applications opened early in the year, and we set out the criteria for eligibility. It was open only to 200 level undergraduate students in any Nigerian public university that was studying medicine, dentistry, and other health science related fields. The application was done online, and we received 715 applications, and they had 1 week deadline to submit. Based on the GPA of 5.0 for the year of study, we shortlisted 33 applicants, and we asked them to submit the supporting documents for the scholarship. Of these, only 18 applicants were able to completely submit all the documents that were required, and they were invited for the interview. The interview was done online with a panel of that was made up of medical and non-medical professionals. We had 3 professors at the interview, and it was done on 2 days, on the 8th and the 18th of November. 17 candidates were recommended and were approved for new awards, while the 27 old previous scholars had the applications renewed. So for this year, we'll be giving an award to 44 candidates from 26 next year. The courses offered by the awardees varied. Majority of them were medical and dental medical students. We had pharmacy, dentistry, and nursing sciences. Yeah. And from the description of the states of origin and institutions of the awardees, we found that majority of them were from the Southwest, but we had national coverage with applicants, from all the zones of Nigeria, although majority were in the Southwest. For the first time, we had lots of applicants from the North, and we also had applicants from the South of Nigeria. So I'll hand over at this point to Miriam, who is going to introduce the recipients of this year's award to you. Thank you. Miriam.
Okay. So meet our 2025-2026 FAJIM Scholars gift. Can I share my screen instead so that... Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Gift Chizaram Ede from University of Nigeria, Medicine and Surgery. Muritado Akorede Abdullahi, University of Ibadan, Medicine and Surgery. Zainab Adeola Adenrito, University of Ibadan, Medicine and Surgery. Testimony Ololade Ojo, University of Lagos, Medicine and Surgery. Peter Adeyemi Ajayi, University of Ilorin, Medicine and Surgery. Adeola Elizabeth Adekojo, University of Ibadan, Medicine and Surgery. Busayo Ebenezer Alabi, University of Ibadan, Medicine and Surgery. Muhammadu Kabir Umar Musa Yaradua, University, Medicine and Surgery. Usman Badamasi Umar Musa Yaradua, University, Medicine and Surgery. Aishat Olasumbo Abdulaziz, University of Lagos, Medicine and Surgery. Rakib Uluwamayowa Kazim, Federal University of Technology, Akure, Medicine and Surgery. Caleb Udofa Davis, University of Uyo, Medicine and Surgery. Sorry about the pronunciation. University of Uyo, Medicine and Surgery. Muhammad Ilyasu, Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, Medicine and Surgery. Kufri Etim George, University of Uyo, Medicine and Surgery. Muhammad Sulaiman Bayero University, Kano, Medicine and Surgery. Mujirat Kufur Salahuddin, Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Medicine and Surgery. Mubarak Olakunle Olasupo, Olabisi Onabanjo University, Medicine and Surgery. Tofumi Ayomide Gbemisola, University of Ibadan, Nursing. Barakat Ayomide Akinyemi, University of Ilorin, Nursing. Ayomide Emmanuel Badamosi, Obafemi Awolowo University, Dentistry. Kudus Agbonlawo Ibrahim, University of Ibadan, Pharmacy. Fauziyat Oyewumi Olanirun, Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Medicine and Surgery. Mubarak Oluwaseun Agboola, University of Lagos, Pharmacy. Toyiba Mojisola Ige, Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Medicine and Surgery. Mariam Adeola Aikore, Usman Danfodio University, Pharmacy. Jamiu Moyesori Olaojo, Obafemi Awolowo University, Medicine and Surgery. Mujib Akin Oladoshu, Ladoke Akintola University, Medicine and Surgery. Kayode Joshua Adeliri, Federal University of Technology, Akure, Medicine and Surgery. Abdulrakib Ismail Olamide, Ladoke Akintola University, Medicine and Surgery. Musa Aiki Akonde, Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Medicine and Surgery. Yusuf Olatunji Jimo, University of Ibadan, Medicine and Surgery.
Yes, sir.
Sherifdeen Ishola Rabiu, Ladoke Akintola University, Medicine and Surgery. Basit Babajide Badmos, University of Ibadan, Medicine and Surgery. Ayomide Emmanuel Oyekon, University of Ibadan, Medicine and Surgery. Razak Adebayo Alunge, University of Ibadan, Dentistry. Ibrahim Olayinka Badmos, University of Ibadan, Medicine and Surgery. Yusuf Aderemi Rahim, Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Medicine and Surgery. Nusoiba Adeola Adewale, University of Lagos, Pharmacy. Adeseun Oladayo Adegoke, University of Ibadan, Medicine and Surgery. Samuel Olatunde Oladeji, University of Ibadan, Medicine and Surgery. Samuel Oluwaseifumi Badejo, University of Lagos, Medicine and Surgery. Praise Adedolakbo Okewole, University of Ibadan, Medicine and Surgery.
Yeah.
And finally, Favor Foluwasho Olabode, Obafemi Awolowo University, Dentistry and Dental Surgery. Congratulations, scholars.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mariam. Thank you, Professor Banjoma, for beginning this discussion. And thank you, Mariam, for naming and showing us the scholars. Congratulations to all of the scholars. And I really hope that may the impact of the work of the founders on you be far-reaching. Congratulations. Before we go to what is there on, okay. I think that, okay. Prof.
I just wanted us to see the awardees of the Lagis, the special scholarship. Yes. The one that's won the scholarship that covers from 200 to the final year. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so Adi Damilari Jamiu and Abdulkareem Bolahan made. Yeah.
Congratulations.
All right.
Congratulations. Quickly, I would want to recognize Mr. Ademola Babarindi, the president of the Old School Igbora High School Old Student Association 1981 set. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. We also have Alhaji Afolabi and Dr. Fola Shade Afolabi, who are the classmates of Professor Abdulkareem. I mean, she has a lot of our classmates here. Thank you so much to all of the classmates that are represented here. We appreciate you. We see you. We honor you. God bless you. Thank you so much. So we are going to move on to the next thing on the agenda, and that would be the messages and remarks from some of our dignitaries. Please note that everybody here is important, but just for us to be able to save time, we'll be calling on Alhaja Sherifa Olubiro Abbas, Mother of the Day, to quickly give us our messages or our goodwill messages. Yes. Alhaja, over to you, if you're around.
She's not here. I will be representing both of us, Father of the Day and Mother of the Day.
Okay, ma. Okay, sir. Over to you, sir, Mr. Awalaji or Daddy Idowu Akileye.
All of the above. Distinguished Board of Trustees of the FAJIM Medicare Foundation, the Chairman Alhaji Abdulkareem and Professor Mrs. Abdulkareem, esteemed partners and sponsors, respected elders and community leaders present, dedicated educators and administrators present, proud parents and guardians who are here, dear award recipients, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Mother of the Day, Alhaja Sherifa Olubiro Abbas, who is presently at work, our time right now should be 5:35 a.m. My time is 2:35 a.m. here. It is with profound honor and deep humility that I stand before you today at the 6th Scholarship Award Ceremony of the FAJIM Medicare Foundation. I bring you all greetings from my wife, Yeye Olofin, and people of California, and heartfelt congratulations also as the Olofin of Idofin and Mayegun of Ifereborokoro land, and as a firm believer in the transformative power of education.
Please, can you all mute yourselves? Thank you. Over, sir.
Okay. Today's gathering is more than a ceremony. It is a celebration of vision, sacrifice, and faith in the potential of our people. This is a great testimony in the belief that we, the people, can participate in the transformation of lives beyond what society and government can do for us. Creating of possibilities that we can transcend beyond and conquer fear of limiting belief. 6 consecutive scholarship ceremonies speak volumes about consistency, integrity, and an unwavering commitment to shaping the future of Nigeria through education. As a foundation rooted in healthcare and human well-being, the FAJIM Medicare Foundation has demonstrated that education itself is preventive medicine, medicine against poverty, dependency, and hopelessness. A scholarship is not merely financial assistance. It is a powerful vote of confidence that tells a young person, we see you, we believe in you, and your dreams matter a lot. No nation has ever achieved sustainable development without investing deliberately in the people. Governments may change and infrastructure may age, but an educated mind, strong character, and disciplined vision endure across generations. Messages to the scholarship recipients. Dear award recipients, today you carry more than certificates. You carry responsibility, as demonstrated by what our speaker of today has mentioned earlier on. The scholarship is a partnership. The foundation has done its part. Society has done its part. Now the baton is in your hands. I can testify to that. Pursue excellence and mediocrity. Build character alongside competence. Use education not only to earn a living, but to make a difference in lives. Wherever life takes you, whether you japa or japa back, remember that you are supported because Nigeria's future is brighter with you in it. Messages to parents and guardians present. To the parents and guardians present here today, your sacrifices matter. The prayers, discipline, and guidance you provide for the foundation upon which these young scholars stand. Education without values is dangerous, very, very dangerous. Education with character is transformational. I remember where I want to choose between job with MKO Abiola and my mentor, Dr. Michael Omolawale. I went to Dr. Michael Omolawale because I remember he is a very good disciplinarian, and I want to ensure that my character and my discipline is really strong on solid rock. Commendations to the FAJIM Medicare Foundation. I commend the leadership of the foundation, the donors, the volunteers, and partners of the FAJIM Medicare Foundation today. You have proven that individuals and private institutions can lead with purpose. By investing in education, you are shaping the lives of doctors, entrepreneurs, and leaders who will build a stronger Nigeria. Last week, I remember Dr. Awojobi of blessed memory. What he did at Irua was fabulous. Dr. Lambo, what he did at Psychiatric Hospital Abeokuta was phenomenal. These are just few to mention here, and there are many people that have done so well for us in Nigeria, paying back. Closing remarks. As I conclude here today, let us remember that the greatest legacy we can leave is not wealth, but wisdom passed forward. May today's scholarship ceremony continue to bear fruit in academic excellence, ethical leadership, service to humanity, and commitment to national progress. I encourage today's beneficiaries to return in the future, not only as success stories like our chairman of today, but as benefactors that can also pay back. That is how impact becomes legacy. Congratulations to the scholarships recipients. Thank you to the parents, educators, and partners, and well-wishers who are present today, who have sacrificed their time today to be with us. God bless FAJIM Medicare Foundation. God bless Lagos State, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
very, very much, sir. Yes. Is Sister Amina around? I just wanted to
check. Yeah, I haven't jack quiet.
All right, over to you, ma.
Thank you so much, Adadi, for that very wonderful presentation. In fact, every speech here today is more like a lecture. There's a lot of testimonial being shared. We appreciate you for that, for what you have presented. I think, do we have Dr. Adebule in the house now? She's meant to also share her thoughts with us. If she's not yet here, permit me to call on Dr. Tunde Popola to give us a few words of wisdom, particularly as it concerns the scholars here today. I'm sure you told us something when we launched years ago. I'm sure you also have something to tell us. Over to you, sir. Dr. Tunde Popola.
Sorry, yeah, he sent a message and then that he has left. He's in another meeting. He's in another meeting.
Okay, let me quickly acknowledge the presence of Pastor Edward Adetoro. Pastor Edward Adetoro is a classmate of Professor Fatimah Abdulkareem. We also have Hajia Mutiat Hassan, Hajia Derito, Hajia Dhikrot Oshodi, who is the International Naiba Amira of the Criterion. We have CNO Oyedele and Mrs. Miriam Koiki. Thank you so much, all of you, for joining us and for all of your support to FAJIM ever since we started. Over to you, ma, Sister Amina.
Okay. Sister Mutiat Hassan is actually a member of the Board of Trustees of FAJIM. I'm sure she will have one or two things to tell the scholars for us to also benefit from. Over to you, Hajia. She here with us? Hajia.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning, everyone.
Okay, I'm sure we're trying to unmute.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Good morning. I am particularly delighted that the FAJIM family is growing and waxing stronger by the day in terms of outreach and adding value to our community. I want to pray that we keep that up and that we continue to give the society our support. I want to particularly appreciate the founder and our family for the consistency and also allowing us to be part of this. I want to say to the beneficiary of this effort that they should live by the day to make all that has been invested worth the efforts. And I also want to encourage them to always look for every opportunity that they have to replicate this kind gesture by seeing how they can add to their immediate environment. I say to FAJIM family that we should continue doing this, and that I want to say again that together we can achieve so much. So thank you very much for the opportunity to lend my voice.
Thank you, Ma Hassan. Thank you so much. If Surveyor Esson is on the call, please, we would like to hear a goodwill message in not less than 60 seconds from you, sir, if that's fine. Surveyor Esson, are you on the call, sir? Hello? Is Alhaji Ebiti on the call? After Surveyor Esson, we want to also hear from Alhaji Ebiti. If you're on the call, sir, over to you, sir.
I think Alhaji Ebiti has hesitated.
Alhaji
He has a lot.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Just to introduce you properly, sir, before you talk. Alhaji BT is the Pro-Chancellor of Summit University. During the week, he was also inaugurated and inducted into the Board of Council of LASU, and he is the Deputy President, one of Muswen. He is the Chief Executive of Eastern Barakim, is the Chairman Board of Trustees of UNIFEMGA. We can go on and on and on and on. Thank you for all you do. May Allah continue to strengthen you. Over to you for your short message, sir.
Thank you, Amina. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We give thanks and praise to Almighty Allah, because at the end of the day, to Allah we come and to Him we shall return and we shall give account. So if He has given us these privileges, it is not a right. It is for Him to say, this is the task I've ordained for you to do. So we thank Allah for this. It's not a making. I particularly want to emphasize that FAJIM is God sent. And it comes like that. Allah chooses who and how He wants things to get done. And that is what we are seeing today. And that's what we have seen in the last 5 to 6 years. We can only pray that Allah grants us the wisdom and the strength to continue in this righteous path. Educating minds is the right of all of us as human beings. The Prophet said, search for knowledge, even as far as China. So what FAJIM is doing is in line with the tradition of the Sunnah. It is all of us, it is our responsibility to rally around what FAJIM is doing. And so many other similar associations that are trying to promote the good of society. We should all rally around, give our best in terms of material, financial, whatever form of support we can provide. I'm particularly happy that they reach out. World Malaria Day, World Cancer Day, World Diabetes Day should be emphasized, because these are common ailments that we have in society now. So anything we can do to help and support this cannot be too much. May Allah make it easy for each and every one of us and prolong our lives in the path of righteousness and give us the good of this world and in the hereafter. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa
barakatuh. Thank you, sir. Dr. Nima, I think we are at the point now where we start to raise funds.
Yes, ma'am.
That is the essence of this program today. We need to train people. We need to empower somebody. We need to send somebody to school. So I think if Alhaji BT hasn't gone, maybe you just set the ball rolling. This is your call. Most people in Nigerian universities, as much as you don't want to talk about it, we can start counting the number of people you have sent for scholarship. So maybe at this point, you need to tell us what you have to do for us on this ceremony today, so that we know the number of students that can benefit from your fountain of gesture, sir. What do you have for us?
You know, his NTA, I've spoken to Dr. Abdulkareem. She sent me the bank details, and during the week, she will get my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I'm
so
sure that will be running to
yes, we have about 81 people on this call. Alhaji BT has started. And a number of people have also shown their own contribution. The chairman talked about, sponsoring 5, FAJIM scholars. So we've added that to what Alhaji BT mentioned. So let us take it one by one. Who else is ready to join the drive? The drive to impact, the drive towards national change, that positive change, the nation building, the global relevance, because we all say it, the youth are going to be the future of tomorrow. They're even the future of now. And now we need to begin to say, what are we going to do? How are we going to support FAJIM Foundation to ensure that the communities are better off in terms of health? We talked about the FAJIM Wellness Center in Igbora. Imagine having more wellness centers in other communities too, where women can just quickly from the markets go there to see, oh, I have this headache, I don't know what's happening, I need to check myself. When they know that the people that they're going to meet are community health workers who understand their issues, who understand their language, they would want to go. Every year, we keep hearing of people who die because of a wrong prescription, because of a wrong, diagnosis. Instead of going to the qualified health centers at the right time, they go to meet quacks. And by the time they're eventually going to the health centers, there's very little that you can do. This is what FAJIM is working, is trying to change, ensuring that people can visit the qualified health workers and get at least the appropriate diagnosis at the right time. So donations.
Okay, so we have people have donated already. Just like you said earlier, we have Alhaji Musba Oyefeso, who has already given us some money. We have Alhaji Bisomi. We have an anonymous donor who sent his Zakat fund. We have Pastor Edward Sunday Adetoru. We have Alhaji and Alhaja Piti Rahman. We have Chief Sherifa Ulubiro Abbas. We have Mr. Abdulkuduz Abdulaziz. We have Pastor Iyola Adegbemi, Professor and Surveyor Hassan Simiat Elias. The list is ongoing. Join this group. The account has been displayed. You can quickly make your transfer and indicate how many students you want your funds to be. You can decide to sponsor somebody for the entire course period. And I bet you that whatever funds you donate is not a waste. It's banked for you. For us, we say it's continuous charity, Sadaqatu Jariyah. In fact, most people will regret for not doing more on that day when they know the benefit is time to reap. So do that now. We don't want to start calling names. The account has been displayed. We hope that you will, follow suit. Ajia Butiat, I know you are a member of FAJIM, so do that. Ajia Saba, but let's see what you can do. Ajia Oshodi, our international. Let's see, let the account start bubbling. Let it start bubbling. Everybody on the platform, let's see how many of us we can sponsor.
Ajamina Surveyor Son is ready to give his goodwill message. Surveyor Son, sir, while we are still waiting for the alert, for you to send the alert, we want the FAJIM's account details and the account, then the phone to be buzzing, boom, 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 because of alerts. Surveyor Son, sir, over to you, sir.
You're welcome.
Hello? Is he on the call?
He's on the call. While our graduate should be getting ready, I think Surveyor Son needs to unmute himself. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Now, I'll be so impressed, but what is this? Account details. So let me write it down. Then I will get across to you upper week, not immediately now.
Sister Mariam,
yes.
Can you display the figures instead of the graphic work you have on the paper? Display the figures so that it's easily seen, and then we can. She shared it earlier. Let's display the figures and the bank details.
Yes, I've just written down GTB, but I'm yet to write the real account number now. Immediately I write it, then I will forward whatever I want to get across to you. Upper week, not today, and not upper week, and it will be very, very okay. I'm so impressed with what we have been doing.
So we have the account details now.
Yes. Let me finish writing it. Yes, okay.
Yes.
That's the GTB.
Why this is displayed? I'm sure any other person can also write it. Why the scholars are being read out? I think the donation can continue. We don't need to keep calling people's names. We believe that the right hand should give, the left hand should not know. We are not interested in what you are giving. Just send everything to the accounts. I'm even talking to all the participants. You can only expect a reward from our God Almighty. So let us share our account and send our donations to the account, and be rest assured that you will get the required reward from the Almighty.
All right,
okay,
so
I'm through. So
all right, okay, sir.
I've been impressed with everything I had today. It's even beyond my imagination. So it has been a very laudable achievement for the foundation, and I will keep on donating every year. You will see whatever I will donate by upper week.
Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Dr. Nima, what's next?
Yes, so the next thing is for us to then hear from the FAJIM scholars. I think we're just going to pick like 1, 2, 3 of these.
There's one recording and one live.
Okay. So
who is playing that for us?
Mariam.
She's please keep the money coming in. It indicates. Okay, play. Sound. You can't hear.
Mariam, please, can you?
Sound.
These things are always very trickish. While we are sorting that, do we have any live scholar to talk? Do we have anyone that is talking live?
Is it Tumishe? Mariam, who is speaking?
Yes, I think Tumishe.
Tumishe, are you online?
Hello. Okay, maybe. Okay, let's see now. I think this is working.
The audio sometimes can be quite tricky if it's not.
It's very clear. Okay.
All right, if there's somebody that is on the call who would just want to be able to give his remark, we may just work with that for now while we wait for
anyone that wants to speak.
So is there anyone, any of the scholars on the call who would want to just
deal with us?
We just got a donation from Alhaji Adekpoju of First Option, 200K. Thank you so much for what you have always done and what you're still doing. Please let it keep coming.
There's one scholar here.
Okay, go on. Introduce yourself and tell us what you have to say.
Good morning, ma. My name is Adewale Nuseba. Firstly, I want to thank FAJIM for this opportunity because it has really been of a great help and a lot in my academics. Then the mentorship program that FAJIM brings for us every month, it has really widened a lot for me. Right from, I think we had one session on incorporating I think this AI technology stuff here. And the man that came, he was the one that made me finally up on this data analysis course. Yes, and I'm still currently doing it. He really, really tried in his presentation, and I'm so glad I was able to take up the course. So thank you so much to everyone. Thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to FAJIM. May Allah continue to reward them abundantly.
Thank you so much, Muzeba, for sharing your...
You have received our alerts.
Yes, I've received my alerts. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Muzeba, for sharing your experience. So you can see that with FAJIM scholars, it is not just about sending the money. After sending the money, because we understand the fact that these people are going to be scholars and we're training them to be leaders. So we then, kind of like ensure that they have periodic mentoring sessions that can allow them to also take up skills that can help them as they go on in their journey of academics. And we've listened to Muzeba when she said, beyond being a student, she's now also doing a course on data analytics. And I mean, this is really awesome. Well done to the FAJIM Foundation. Would you like to be part of this great journey, this great project? If you are very interested, and I mean, we are here for you, why not just take the account details? No amount is too small. Send us something. Your money would either go for the scholarship or for some of the community outreaches that we're doing or in maintaining the wellness centers. At the end of the day, for everything you put in here, there is a life, a family whose lives are being changed by your donation. And as such, your donation is not going into the bin. It's being used to help Nigerians, by Nigerians, for Nigeria and the world. Over.
Spot on, Dr. Nima. Could have been better said. Yes, the call is still on. Send in your donation, take the account number, and share. It is not about just losing funds. It's about putting smiles on people's faces. It's about adding value. It's about banking your investments for here and now and hereafter too. So, and it's about giving back to the society. If you look back in your own life, you will know that somehow you've not done it alone. You have one way or the other relied on others to get to where you are. So why don't you also do same for others to be what they want to be? It's interesting for us to note that when you put a smile on another person's face, definitely God in his infinite mercy cover up for you and put a smile on your own and make things easy for you. As we always say, may he provide from sources we least expect. So do we have any other scholar that wants to talk? Is the video ready now?
Yes, ma'am.
There's two hands up. And their donations, please help acknowledge and putting them on the chat box.
Okay.
Otumba Toyin Banjo, APK Afalabi, Professor Banjo.
Everyone,
thank you so much, Otumba Toyin Banjo and ABK Afalabi, for your contribution. Please note that when you support, okay, I think the lady is here. She's already speaking. Please, can you put it on, Mariam?
We thank you for the donation.
Good day, everyone. Okay. My name is Dr. Oyedokun Abigail Olawumi from Oyo State. I'm very honored and happy to be here today. I want to appreciate the FAJIM Medicare Foundation for giving me the opportunity to speak in this August occasion. You might be thinking, who am I? I was a beneficiary of the scholarship right from my 300 level to my 600 level. And yes, I said doctor earlier. I just graduated this year in October from the College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, Nigeria. It's really a privilege. I would say I benefited a lot from the foundation, even beyond monetary benefits. One thing that stands out to me, because there are a lot of other scholarships around, that they really care about our academics and even beyond our academics, about our professional life and even as human beings, because we have this mentorship training, which is like one of the highlights. The mentorship scheme was one for the books, where we were taught a lot of things about leadership, research, public speaking, in fact, whole lot of things, even interpersonal relationship and communication. And I would say I'm a better person because of all these. When I was an undergraduate, I did beyond academics. I volunteered with organizations, and I even founded one along with some of my colleagues, which is the Genuwise Projects, where we targeted sickle cell disease, advocacy, and research. I'm also an early career researcher, and I've presented my papers in local and international conferences. The most recent one was the presentation I had in Kigali, Rwanda, and I was the best student oral abstract presenter in the conference among several students all over Africa. So I would say the FAJIM Medicare Foundation is truly a big part of my success story, and I want to sincerely appreciate the organization for giving me the privilege over and over again, because it's not just a one-time thing. We apply every year, and the fact that they deemed me worthy to be given this scholarship every single time, I'm sincerely grateful. I hope to be a good physician, and I'm excited and looking forward to the journey ahead. I want to, at this juncture, appreciate the founder, Professor Fatimah Abdulkareem, for being such an amazing woman. I know without you, all this wouldn't have been possible. We are very grateful for your support to the organization and for the insights for bringing this initiative to life. And I also want to encourage all the new scholars, the people that will be receiving the scholarship this time around, to maximize the opportunity. It's not just a place for you to be redundant. You have a lot to gain if you can put in your best and be available. So I wish you all the best and that you enjoy the rest of the program. Thank you very much.
Amazing. Thank you. That's a good testimonial and a good brief talk on her experience. Congratulations again, FAJIM. Dr. Nima, what do you think?
I mean, that is amazing. And this continues to also show us, like we said earlier, that we're not just looking at scholarship. For us, we are building and molding the all-rounded individuals who would become Nigerians, whether they are going to be in Nigeria or outside the country. They will be Nigerians that would show that Nigerians are good people, and Nigerians are talented people, and Nigerians are people who would contribute to value wherever it is that they find themselves. I always say it that whether we like it or not, I mean, Jackpot has always been there since people were young. Some people will not be in Nigeria, but wherever it is that they find themselves, the ability to show up as Nigerians, to always remember that they are Nigerians, to show the values of being Nigerian, and also come back home at different points in time to change what, I mean, people are coming in, people are in Africa, in America, trying to send, we saw people that joined us from America today, yet, doing things that would help the lives of Nigerians at home. Whoever it is, wherever it is you find yourself, we just want you to be that all-rounded Nigerian who is known for value, who is contributing to making lives better wherever it is that they find themselves. And that is what FAJIM is doing. And the question I would then ask, after everything that you've heard, wouldn't you like to be part of us? If you would want to be part of us, then please click on that your phone now and send your donation or your contribution to be part of this great project. And the reward is not just only here, it's a multiple reward that you get in the grave and in the hereafter. Over.
Indeed, multiple rewards, and don't be left out in that reward. You may think that this may be too small, or there's nothing too small, there's nothing too much. The more people you empower and train, the more reward that you will get. If you can even decide to structure it, is it monthly, is it quarterly, is it annually, like somebody has said, just know that when you empower, when you give scholarship, you are not losing anything. Otherwise, you are gaining. So just be motivated with that and try to do as much as you can from FAJIM. Any other person who is on the call to
We
talk?
have some, yeah, Kufre, there are several hands up, the scholars that want to speak. There's Kufre from Kufre George wants to speak, Murutado wants to speak. So
okay, Kufre, can we have you? We are not seeing the hands, that's why. Kufre, over
yes,
to you.
I'm here. Good afternoon, everyone.
Are you from Ghana?
No, I'm from Nigeria.
Ah, that name sounds Ghanaian. Okay, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. I want to use this special opportunity to thank the FAJIM board for this opportunity. Special thanks to Prof. Fatimah Abdulkareem for his immense support for us students here. Now, I can say that this is a very great opportunity for us students because it is we students we are looking for opportunity like this so that we can go to school and study and also come to our community and also improve the lives of other people through healthcare. And this can be possible through FAJIM. And I want to use this opportunity to thank the FAJIM board and the rest of the people that donate so that we can go to school. And I want to say that we are going to use this opportunity and maximize it to the base of our ability. And we are going to pass the exams. So all the students that are involved in this, I want to use the opportunity to also exhort you to continue to sit back and continue to read your book. We want to make FAJIM proud. We want to also make our parents proud of us. We want to make our community. We want to develop it. We want to do things that can bring improvement to the life of people through healthcare. I want to use this opportunity to say again, thank you, FAJIM, for this great opportunity.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can we have Murtada now?
yes. I put some names that have sent in donations on the chat, but can you see them? Hello?
Prof wants us to call all of the names.
Hello.
Yeah. So I
appreciate. Go on.
Thank you so much. All right, so Murtado, over to you. We will call the names, ma.
Hello, ma. Yes, good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon, Murtado.
So yes, ma. I want to extend my appreciation to the founders of FAJIM Scholarship Foundation, and I am a medical student at the University of Ibadan, a 200 level medical student, and I'm so happy to be one of the scholars. And I hope that as a first timer, I would be able to learn a lot because of the testimonies I've had from a lot of people. And I look forward to all the mentorship sessions. And over the month, I've tried to go through the pages of FAJIM, Facebook, and I see what they do, and I think that aligns with my interest or the medical outreaches, and it makes it more meaning to lend a helping hand to people. And I believe from there that I can also be one of those that would help people. So thanks so much. I really appreciate the organization.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you too.
Yeah.
But let me, Dr. Nima, just pardon me to say this. Some of these scholars, we need to tell participants on the platform that we don't just handpick. FAJIM has a structure on ground that they go through thorough screening. They go through thorough shortlisting. In fact, when the application is really shared, we have people, you could even see participants come from all over the federation, even from the south, the north, and the southwest, that's to tell you how national spread this scholarship program is. They go through a lot of screening, and we take the best of the best because we want to empower the deserving and the brilliant ones that would carry the flag of the FAJIM and become our ambassador. So it's important for us to let us know that, so that people we are empowering, we are giving scholarship, that they are not just going to disappoint us. They are the best of the way. You could see the lady that gave the video presentation, how she has already become our international brand, as it were. Over to you, Dr. Nima.
Yes, thank you so much. We want to say a very big thank you to Chief Sherifa Olubira Abbas, Mr. Abdulkudus Abdulaziz, Pastor Yolu Adegbemi, Professor and Surveyor Azan Simiat Elias. Thank you so much for your donation. We appreciate you. We pray for you, and we pray that all of this donation, your own kids, wherever they are, would also benefit from these lajis, because I see it as a lajis. The way Yorubas would say, please permit me to say this in Yoruba, Ara anugba, aba anupade. Amen. So we pray that all of this thing that you're doing, it's not going into a waste. Rather, it's like an investment towards your own children's, because sometimes we are here in Nigeria and our kids are abroad. We don't know what's happening to them, but somehow they keep seeing favor. They keep seeing mercy based on some of the things that we have put forth from here in Nigeria. May all of the donations that you've made today be in your favor, in the favor of your kids. And may these young ones, wherever it is that they find themselves, be vicegerent for you, be people that would make us proud now and always. Thank you so, so much. I think that we can move on to what is next on the agenda now, if that's fine. Let me check. Sister Amina.
Yeah. The next, I think we are handing over to the chairman for his closing remarks.
Is Mr. Ni Yusuf back? I don't know if he's here.
Wherever he is.
Not able to.
Okay, so do we have the closing remarks from the chairman of the Board of Trustees?
Yes, can he step in as the person to give the closing remarks? Alhaji Abdulkareem, sir.
Yes, so it's been a very good day, very interesting, fantastic, I can call it, on both sides. It's just to thank everyone that has participated in terms of sharing knowledge and donation. Among those that we have just received donation from Mr. Adejade, Mr. Ademola Babarinde, Chief Tony Banjo, Mr. Bika Falabi, and Alhaji Tikra Oshodi, and Mr. Akelabi. This we wouldn't have gone so far like this without these moderators, these MCs. Fantastic. Both of them, just the way you blend as if you practiced before you came in. And from different, as if you are together, and you are populace of different places. This is fantastic. This is hand in hand. So on behalf of the board, of the FAJIM board, I want to thank you very much. It's been very, want to continue to pray for FAJIM, the unity of purpose that we have had in the board, and the drive by the founder has been very helpful to us. So on behalf of the Abdulkareem family, the FAJIM Foundation, I want to thank everybody for coming on board and for the support so far. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. So who is giving the vote of thanks, or do we do the national anthem again? The second stanza is more like a prayer, really. Is that what you prefer that we take?
Yes, before we have before we have the closing remark, I think that first, like Alhaji said, I would like to say a very big thank you to you for, giving me the opportunity to co-moderate this with you. It's been a pleasure having to do this with you every year. And I'm happy that there's, for every year with FAJIM, there's almost so much to learn, so much to do, so much to take home. So thank you so much. On behalf of myself, Noimot Abisala Balogun, and Sister Amina, I want to say a very big thank you for staying through. I mean, we still have 76 people on the call. That's a big,
very
big
instructive one.
Thank you to everybody. Yes, thank you to everybody that stayed with us, that stayed through till the end. And for all the people that had to leave, thank you also. If this meant something to you, then we say you shouldn't leave FAJIM. For every time we send you, maybe we can call you as a special guest for the quarterly mentoring session for this student. We can call you to be part of our community outreach. You can call you to, come do an outreach in your community. For whatever capacity that we call you, please listen and listen to our call. From my end, I say thank you so much, and it's been nice moderating this panel session with Sister Amina. Professor Fatimah Abdulkareem, thank you so much for this opportunity to serve. Over. Yeah.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Nima Balogun. It's been a great pleasure. Dr. Alhaji said as if we have met before. We don't need to. I mean, it's just an understanding, having the program of events and all of that. We know where to come in and then where to. So, like she said, we are immensely grateful for giving us the opportunity to also add value. If this is the only way we can add value and much more, then may God Almighty take it from us as a act of worship. So, any other person want to talk before we take the closing prayer? It's been displayed. No. We thank everybody that has been here. Let's chorus the third stanza of the national anthem so that we can bring this to it. Please remember that the donation is still ongoing. You have taken the account details, so anywhere you are, just please send in something to the accounts so you can sponsor somebody or two, so we can continue to build the nation that we all are proud to belong to or come from. So let's sing the national.
We have some scholars with us.
Yes, Prof, you were talking.
Yes, I wanted to say that we have some scholars with us here. And they...
Oh, okay, on video. Let's see them. You can stop sharing. Let's acknowledge them, please. We only see you and the chairman earlier. Can we stop the screen sharing so that we can see the scholars on display? Who is sharing the screen?
I want to remove the background so you can see them. Can you see them?
The screen sharing is still on.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, how are you? Yeah, I hope it's a great pleasure to belong to this family. You are most welcome.
Yes.
Thank you. So what you need to do is to be our ambassador. You have a great personality in the person of Professor Abdulkareem mentoring all of you. She's not doing it alone. She's bringing other people. So take it as a privilege. Don't take it as a right, so that you can also add value in different ways as you're growing up, even when you become, just like the guest lecturer said. I hope you listen to all what he had to say and everybody that's here today. Okay. So well done and keep up the good work.
All right. We can go to the national anthem now.
Yes.
National prayer.
God of creation, direct grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed.
Lord, O God of all creation, grant this our request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed. And so
with peace and plenty.
Nigeria may be blessed.
May we all be
Bye,
blessed.
everyone.
Nigeria is the best. We are getting a lot of acknowledgement from the platform, from the participants. Alhaji Zikra, I saw that. Thank you so much. We appreciate everybody. And Prof, we congratulate you again and the entire FAJIM and all of us. Thank you so much. So we continue to do this again, continue to send in the money, and then rest assured that you benefit, you gain the rewards. Prof, thank you. And
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ma. Thank you for having us here. Congratulations,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much.
Send the account to Mariam.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Thank you. Yeah.